Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be talking all about eyebrows. Eyebrows are such a hot topic right now. Who in the world would have ever thought that eyebrows would be so important when they got older? Not me, for sure. Since eyebrows are such a hot button issue, I wanted to share the 3 different ways I do my eyebrows with you guys. What? 3 different ways? I know, it sounds crazy. Why would you ever have 3 different ways to do your eyebrows? Well, there's the super important, it's a big day and I need my eyebrows to look amazing kind of look. There is the eyebrows are moderately important, I should look like a grown-up today kind of look. And there is the I'm a busy girl, I am always late, and I just gotta get myself out of here kind of look. Which of the 3 are you? Let me know in the comments below. And while you are at it, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you know when I launch a new video, and let's get started with these brows. The first thing I do in any brow routine is take a spoolie brush and brush through my eyebrows. I like to brush the hairs up so they're standing straight up, and then I lay the brush a little bit flat, going more perpendicular to my brow and kind of shape the brow the way that I like. By doing this, I ensure that my brows are laying exactly the way I want them to lay as I start to layer products on top of them to build the coloring and shape. It will also show you if you have any bald spots or bare patches or anything else you need to cover or alter. Since it's a bit more complicated and labor intensive, I'm going to walk you through my full brow routine and then show you how to modify it for moderate brow routine or a super easy, get you out the door 2-step routine. The next step in my full brow routine is to take an eyebrow marker or pen. This is almost like a felt tip pen. Actually, this is a felt tip liquid eyeliner. Since my hair is dark, my eyebrows are actually darker than any of the eyebrow pens that I have found in the past. And one of my great friends at Sephora suggested I try an eyeliner pen as a brow pen, and it actually works amazing. If you are a blonde or redhead or have even darker hair than mine, you will have to make adjustments to what colors you use. But now in a pinch, if you do have dark brown hair, you can use dark brown eyeliner. So the reason this is my more complicated brow routine is because a few years ago, I was told by an esthetician that I was missing parts of my eyebrows, and it gave me a little bit of a complex. So I started filling in the bald spots with this little pin, almost as if they were little microblade lines. They say ideally that the inside edge of your eyebrow will line up with the side of your nose. So you can see that if I line up this pen with the side of my nose, I am missing about 1/4 of an inch of my eyebrow on this side and a little bit less on this side. So I take my pen and I'm going to draw in tiny little flicks of hairs. I am talking 3 to 5. Probably, I don't know, haven't done it yet, but I'm going to make them all go different directions. They're all going to be different lengths, different variations in the color of the pencil. You're physically drawing little hairs into those spots. So now I have filled in that little gap right on the edge of where my eyebrow should be started, theoretically. The goal is not to take your pen and fill in that spot. We are not painting by numbers or coloring inside the lines or anything. You are physically drawing just a few little hairs because we're going to cover it all up. You're just giving that illusion that there are hairs in those spots. If you have bald spots elsewhere, maybe underneath your brow, on top of your brow, you can use your little pen to draw in little tiny baby hairs. I don't do that. I will show what I do with this next step. Next, I take the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo in dark brown and what is actually a paint brush. This brush was given to me by a very good friend of mine who is a makeup artist when I was begging her to share secrets about how to fix my eyebrows. This brush is teeny tiny. It is very, very thin. It is only like 1/4 of an inch and very, very flat. So I am going to use that with the brow powder. And you don't have to use a paintbrush. You can use a makeup brush that looks very similar to this. There are lots of square brow brushes or eyeliner brushes. There's just something about this paintbrush though that I really, really love. There are 2 shades of powder in each of these brow duos. It's a duo. The two different colors are to help you give depth and dimension to your eyebrows. Your hair is not all one color. You need that depth and dimension and reflection of light and different colors and different shades to look natural. Depending on my mood, I use this one of two ways. I will either go in with the light color and fill in my brows and then go back over and add a little bit of the dark, or I swirl my brush together through both shades and I just apply them both at once. To be a little bit more precise for you guys, I will go in with the lighter shade and then go back in with the darker shade. I'm now going to take my brush and hold it vertically flat, and again, mimic little eyebrow hairs through the empty little spot here. And then I take a little bit more product and I just adjust the arch of my brow just a little bit. I feel like I am a little bit sparse on hairs kind of toward the top part of the arch and the back edge there. So I'm just gonna fill it in a little bit. This step could be easily done with a pencil. I just really love this powder duo. I feel like it gives me a lot better payoff than a pencil would. I am now doing the same thing with the darker shade. One eyebrow complete, and I'm going to do the other side. As you can tell by this video and probably some of my others, I am not a big fan of doing complete full heavy makeup everywhere. When I do my contour, I don't feel like I have to contour my whole face. When I do my highlight, I don't feel like I have to highlight my whole face. Same thing with my brows. When I do my brows, I don't feel like I need to draw in or color in the entire brow. I choose to focus on the little things that need tweaking to look fantastic in an everyday setting. You know, I'm very lucky and have very dark, full eyebrows. So if I just have a few little weak spots that I have to fill in, I'm just gonna fill in those couple spots. I'm not going to really fixate and fill the entire thing. I'm not gonna make them, you know, bigger on the top or the bottom, but that's just what my face can handle and how I feel about it. We talk all the time, makeup is personal. It's going to be different for everyone, but I don't want you to feel like you are lacking or that something is missing if you don't have something. You know, if you don't have big, full eyebrows, you can fill them in. If you do, don't feel like you have to overcompensate and fill them in more. You don't need that. If your face has a beautiful bone structure and you don't need to contour, don't. My goodness, you are so blessed and lucky, and you should just own it. Everyone needs something different, and that is okay. We're all beautiful, and we all bring our own special gifts to the world. So don't freak out and focus on something like me with my eyebrow complex, for example. How many people in the last, who knows how long before that esthetician told me that my eyebrows were too short or too far apart, ever even noticed? For 3 years, I tried different serums and I filled in my brows every day and I went crazy trying to fix these silly eyebrows, and I was the only one that noticed. So if you're a mom and you only have 5, 10, 15, 0 minutes to get ready before you leave to work, don't freak out about not being able to do a full brow routine. I'm gonna get to that in a second. I'm gonna give you a really easy way to get out the door super fast, but don't stress about it. It's not worth it, and it's only adding to your stress and no one else's, and you don't need that. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. Back to eyebrows. My last step for brows is always brow gel. I really love this tinted brow gel from Anastasia. It has these little shimmer pigments in it. It will not make your eyebrows look crazy sparkly, I promise, but it gives a little bit of that depth and dimension and that multifaceted color that we talked about, and I love it. I have used several of these, you know, completely empty, bought new ones. I've been using these for years. I really, really love this formula. They did recently change the brush. As you can see right here, the top bristles are a lot longer than the bottom bristles. It's only half the brush. So half the brush is really spiky and the other half is not so spiky. I really like the not so spiky. I don't actually ever use this longer side, but I just take the wand and then I go little sketches through my brows, keeping that shape, but really locking it into place. And that is it. That is my full complicated eyebrow routine. If you are like me and you just have a few little patches that are missing, or an angle that is off, or your line is off a little bit and you just want to touch it up, I would go with my moderate brow routine, which is brush your brows and then go in with your powder or your pencil, smooth out that shape, touch up that corner or that edge, or define your little entry line right there. Not sure what that's called. Lock it down with your brow gel and you are good to go. And last but not least, for all of my busy mamas out there, or just the girl on the go, the easiest eyebrow routine you will ever do, I guess aside from not doing your eyebrows, which isn't really a routine at all, it'd be the lack of routine, but is to take your spoolie brush through your brows, shape them up, throw on some brow gel, and walk your cute little self out the door. In my youth, I worked in a spa and we would have people come in for brow waxes every 3 to 4 weeks. To me, that's crazy, and I have super dark eyebrows. Maybe if I hadn't waxed them so much as a child and I wasn't missing half of them, then it would be more of an issue. For me, I really only go a couple times a year just for a really nice shaping. They are professionals, they know what they're doing. When it gets to these top parts and whatever else, it's way easier to let them handle it than me mess it up. I go through and maintenance and pull out some of the little guys in the middle or from down here, tweeze those out when needed. Just maintain your shape until your next appointment. But whatever you do, get rid of the magnifying mirror. Do not tweeze your eyebrows in front of a magnifying mirror. Please, please, please. It will only spell disaster, I promise. Alright guys, those are the 3 different ways I do my eyebrows depending on what I need and what I have time for. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to also let me know if there are other lessons you want to learn, products you want to see, things you want me to check out. I love hearing from you guys. As always, I love hanging out with you. If you love hanging out with me, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you know when I launch a new video, and I will see you guys next time.